I mean, it's not that big of a deal because we just talked to him.
Do it. Do it.
Oh, what a catch. It's grab.
How we going?
You've done great.
I go. I can hit that.
I do last time, which I do. Yeah, I need to get I got you.
Yeah. Folks, we have Caden Curry at the middle. Coach Jay, you can come back out.
How dangerous can this D-line be?
From the looks of it, all of us are working really hard, and we look like a great group. We communicate good together. We all work together. We all love each other. So I think it's gonna be a great year.
How have you feel like maybe you and Kenyatta, second-year guys, have both been pushing each other this year?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like just me and him always being together day in and day out, always looking up to Jack and JT. We're always just continuously trying to push each other to get to the next level of our game, our craft, and I feel like we always just keep working with each other.
Are you two particularly close off the field, you and Kenyatta?
Yeah, I mean, all of us, our whole D-line, we love each other. We try to treat ourselves as a family, so we try to be really tight and close.
How have you seen the offensive line kind of develop?
Definitely. They're working. They've been working all fall camp, and I feel like they've gotten really good, and they're just working on their craft, and they're getting better every day.
I feel like they're making it tougher on you than they were in the spring to win those battles at the trenches.
Oh, yeah, every day I feel like they're getting better, and they're making everything a lot harder for us, and they're just making us work and get better in different ways.
Who do you have the toughest time beating off the edge on the pass rush?
All of them are working hard, really. I can't say one, really. They're all working really hard, and they're all finding their little edges that they need to kind of stop us and to make us work harder, and I feel like they're all kind of finding that extra little bit.
Mitchell, you ready? Folks, we have Mitchell Melton on the
Where have you seen yourself grow the most?
What'd you say?
Where have you seen yourself grow the most? You've always been known as a guy with a high motor.
I'm really just kind of working on everything that I can to make myself a better player, and just doing my job, really. Doing my job every play and doing it to the best of my ability.
A lot of guys before you have talked about the toolbox.
Mm-hmm.
Jay adding to the toolbox. Do you feel like you're still adding to that? And what do you think that you've added to that in just this 1 year?
Yeah, I mean, every day you're trying to continue to make it better in any way possible. So, I mean, any little thing you can pick up from somebody else you see doing a move or just trying to get work from somebody else, I mean, you kind of just keep adding it, all putting it together, and it kind of just keeps completing it.
You feel like a totally different person this year compared to this time a year ago. I mean, a lot was expected out of you last year. You had some flashes and stuff. What did you get most out of last year's experience?
I mean, definitely watching the older defensive ends and all those older guys. I mean, just seeing them, how much of their camaraderie and everything put together. I mean, I feel like our defensive ends, we're kind of putting that all together, and we're just trying to be closer and trying to get as close as we can together, and then trying to work as one unit.
Yeah, and you went through this, like, I remember you talked about in the spring, a little bit about gain weight, not gain weight, get more comfortable weight type of thing. Where are you at right now?
Me and Coach Mick have been working all summer, and we've gotten me to the best of my ability, and I feel like I'm ready to play. And I mean, I feel like all of us are just ready to go.
Where are you at weight-wise?
I'm sitting around 260.
260. You feel good like that?
I feel great. I feel awesome.
What were you when you showed up?
When I came in, I was about 238.
Is it funny the transformation you can make?
I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like I'm 238. Honestly, how I am now, I feel like Coach Mick's really built me up to be that same body type and kept me what I wanted to keep, and he's done everything that I needed. So, yeah, it's been awesome.
And, I want to ask you, what does, for example, Mike Hall bring to this defensive front? What does he, from what you've been able to watch the video, sometimes live,
I mean, not just him in particular. I feel like we all bring our own little spice to the table, and I mean, I feel like we all kind of bring our own little edge, and it kind of just connects us all as one unit and as one family. I feel like we're all just kind of bring our own little thing. We all learn from each other, and we all have our own ways of teaching it and seeing it from each other's perspective, and I feel like it kind of helps all of us.
What is the watchword for you guys this year on the defensive front? Is it just consistency, relentless? What was the word y'all kind of hanging on?
I mean, it's all about the brotherhood, really, for us. We're all a tight-knit group of people. We all love each other, and we're all just trying to be the best, and we're always just trying to fight to be the best group in the country.
What does it mean to you to be the season opener being in Indiana? To bring a tear to your eye?
I mean, definitely seeing my high school quarterback on the other side of the ball is going to be kind of fun to see, and just can't wait to get after him.
But I would think you hear from
I mean, they talk a little bit, but I mean, I just tune all that out, and I'm just ready to play football.
Thanks, man.
Great. Caden, thank you very much. Folks, we have Jaden Hamilton in the middle. Caden, I'm going to get.
Huh? No, for real.
You got recognized thing by Coach Knowles the other day and stuff. I mean, just how's this camp going for you?
It's going good. It's going well. I think we're working hard. Just being out here with my brothers, competing every day. I think we're doing pretty good.
Hey, can you sit a little closer?
Yeah, I got you. Well, do you want me to hold this one? You want me to hold this one?
No, it's just getting closer.
Okay.
Explain where you are now compared to maybe a year ago and stuff, just in your development and stuff. You feel like you're really breaking through at this point.
I mean, ever since I got here, my goal was to just come in and compete as best as I can and work as hard as I can. And, injuries held me back. And, what I'm saying, getting over those and continuing to work hard just got me to where I'm at right now.
Hey, do you guys feel like there's even though y'all are all here today in this interview, there's the defensive ends and there's those guys that do the work in the middle?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are y'all two different groups really when you get right down to it from the standpoint of what's expected out of you, the workload, et cetera?
No, I think we're a unit. We're a unit. We're R2X, the Rushmen. That's the group the brand that we uphold, right? Yeah, I don't think it's no separation between the inside and outside guys. I think we work together as a unit to reach the same goal and have the same outcome.
What do the inside guys need to bring this year that maybe at times was lacking last year? What's y'all's motto in that regard?
Stop the run, and continue to work hard. Just push the envelope, get better every day.
Tyleek, you want to pop to the south 20 there? Hey, Mike, you got Tyleek Williams coming. Yep.
Hey, a lot of people think this is jumping ahead. A lot of analysts nationally think
Tyleek Williams on the south 20, folks.
Game where y'all definitely need to show you can stop the run.
Right.
It's coming at the end of the regular season.
Right.
If y'all had not necessarily addressed that game, although you'll have the beat the team up north period pretty much every day or every week, but where do you think y'all gotten better in that regard?
I think
standpoint or just scap standpoint. Go ahead.
that we're working hard. I think we're continuing to just work hard and get better at our craft every day and work as a unit, as a whole defense. You know what I'm saying?
But how's that showing up? I mean, what are you feeling out here?
I mean, it like I don't know how to explain. I think just us working to be a better us every day just shows on the field, and then us competing against our brothers on the offense. You know what I'm saying? We're just competing at a high level, just getting better every day.
Hey, when Mike Hall is at his best, what does that mean to you? What does he do that sets him apart?
When Mike Hall is at his best, I think we're all at our best. I think when he's at his best, we're all at our best.
Well, what's he doing when he's at his best?
Being Mike Hall, he's just
What
good.
does that mean? Define that. Disruptive, gap jumping.
Great player. I think when he's playing good, we all come together and play as a whole. He brings energy. We all bring energy.
Hey, thanks, Jay.
You've obviously been here a while trying to earn a role. Do you feel like you put yourself in a position where you finally see some more playing time?
I feel like I've worked throughout these 4 or 5 years hard enough to be able to show my abilities and stuff, and alongside my brothers, just we're all coming together. I think we're all a unit here, you know what I'm saying, and we're all working really hard to come together. The Lord, I think the Lord just kept me here. I didn't want to leave without I didn't want to leave saying like, what if, you know what I'm saying? And I felt like I still have a place here, you know what I'm saying? So
What is it about this program, this team that has made you want to be a part of it, that made you feel welcome here?
my brothers, these athletes that the coaches bring in, you know what I'm saying? Every day I come in here and I thank them, and it's a special place to be. I think it's a real brotherhood here. I think, you know what I'm saying? We're really together here.
How different of a player are you now than you were when you got here?
Totally different. totally different. I learned so much about myself being here, going through everything I've been through. There's just it's night and day, I think. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still continuing to work hard and try to become the best version of me.
What are the biggest ways specifically that you feel like you're different now than you were when you got here?
Wait, I'm sorry.
What are the biggest ways, like specifically as a football player, that you feel like you're different now than when you got here?
Just the knowledge of the game. I feel like as I got older, I just started to grow more in my knowledge of the game and just continued to work hard. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Thanks very
Thank
much.
you.
Bringing in Coach Johnson here.
We have Coach Johnson in the middle.
Larry, how does Kenyatta's skill set complement what Jack and JT bring?
They all have the same tree. They're working hard, working the hands, the same development skill set that we work on. And so KJ is kind of picking it up, doing a really good job with that.
Looks like Mike Hall's actually trimmed down even more. He was already a little bit undersized, but very effective. Is that something you wanted him to do? Was trim down?
He's about 275. We'd like to get him to 80, 85, but he's where we want him. He's at 275. He's lean, but he's 275. Yeah.
Describe his game a little bit. He just seems like it's so disruptive in there.
Explosive, quick, good instincts, all the things you want to see from a guy to play inside. So he's done a good job of doing that.
You said Mike is kind of the heart of the defensive line with the way he's willing to speak his mind. How have you seen him kind of step up in the leadership role during this game?
I don't know where his speak his mind is. I think he leads by example sometimes. He goes really hard in practice, and I think that's the growth for Mike. They get a chance to go hard, and kids see that and appreciate that. I think that's more than anything else. Speaking his mind.
Larry, Ty, obviously Devon Hamilton late in his career had, kind of a late career surge. Ty has been potential.
A little bit closer to the line, coach. I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think they're both different. One thing they're in common, very strong. Ty is very strong, very smart, understand the game very well. And so I think they're the comparison of two of that. They're both great hard working guys, and Ty is the same way. So I'm glad to see where he's at.
What is it about Ty that really kind of made him a staple for this defensive line dating back to last year?
Just a growth, just a growth going from 260 walking into high school to 90, much stronger, understand the defensive scheme, really great leadership skills, outstanding student in the classroom. So all those things tie in to being a really great leader. And he's very vocal about guys listening to him. Yeah.
What stands out about Tyleek Williams? And how is he better maybe than he was last year when he was a freshman?
It's a process, right? Everything goes through a process. You're never going to be where you want to be. You start out until you continue to go through the process. And so Tyleek is going through the process, growing how to play the game at a faster pace, and kind of like where he's at right now, to be honest with you. We just got to see how to continue to grow from there.
Go ahead. What is the challenge for Mike Hall? Obviously, we want to see him play as much as possible. How have you challenged him, I guess?
I think the biggest challenge, is everybody can stay healthy. That's the biggest challenge, right? If he stays healthy and do all the things we ask him to do, he's got a chance to do some real things to help our defense.
Where is he improved in your mind from what you see on video after practice now compared to a year ago?
I think he's in better shape. I think he's in great shape. He missed some games last season, a few games. I think he's in best shape he's ever been in. Running to the ball, those kind of things you'd like to see from a guy who has that kind of explosiveness.
Yeah, you remember the whole alpha dog?
Yeah, I do. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Has he taken that bit from the standpoint of, you never know where you're going to get hurt, but the healthy aspect of just being there, the availability aspect, has he taken a bit of it?
I think so. I didn't think you say it's alpha dog. I think they're, when you're running a pack, it's more of a unit, right? And I think that's the most thing, really, than single guy out. I think the biggest thing we've challenged our guy is to really just let's be part of a pack. Let's be part of a unit that does everything special, and I think that's the key. And we're trying not to say that guy's did this skill, he got this skill. How about we put all those skills together and go play as a unit and try to become the best unit in college football?
When you say Jack, JT, and KJ are all from the same tree, can you elaborate a little more on what the tree is, for lack of a better term?
The tree is pass rush, his hands, his hips, his feet, explosiveness, speed, all those things come together when you're looking for a guy and you recruit a guy. You hope you can find those things. KJ's been around as a freshman. He had a chance to sit back and watch guys develop, watch guys use their technique. Now, when you're around for a year, you get a chance to start doing it yourself. So I think that's what's happening. It's called development, and that's what's happening with it.
Now that Mitchell Melton's back and full strength, how's he look?
It was good. Yeah, it's good. Just got to watch his reps, keep him going. I think he's doing some good things right now. He's really working hard.
He said he's splitting his time between the jack and defensive end. What goes into that decision for where he eventually will end up?
Well, it depends. I don't know how much jack we're going to use and, how much defensive end. I think right now we train him as a defensive end starting out, and that's where you see him playing. And if the jack becomes part of what he does, I think he can handle it very well, because that's something he did in the spring a little bit, trying to get ready for it. So I think it'd be a good fit.
When you say you think he can handle it, what do you think?
Well, playing the jack is a different position, right? We all realize it's a different position than playing defensive end. And so if it means we substitute that guy in to do that position, we'll see. But it's just too early to determine who's going to do this, who's going to do this. But he's been training at that position and at defensive end. So we got a bonus, to be honest with you.
Larry, Coach Days suggested a couple of times that he thought maybe you guys wouldn't rotate as much. I don't know if he's talking about JT or the ends or what.
Mm-hmm.
When you put together your plan, I know you've always wanted to rotate as many guys as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a different philosophy for you? What have those conversations been like?
But when you say my philosophy is rotate a lot of guys, it's going to be based on the game, number of plays, things that involve in the game. You can't go into a game and play a guy 90 plays and try to play 16, 15 game schedule and hope he can survive. You can't do that. He'll burn out at the end. He'll look good in the beginning and burn out. And right now it's evaluation period, right? We just started. We're into our, last 2 weeks going in for this first game. We don't know how many guys. Might play 5 guys, might play 6 guys. It really depends on how we develop and come along. That's what determines what we do. And so we'll have to wait and see. But certainly I like to see JT stay on the field. I like to see all those guys stay on the field a long time. But at some point during the season, when those plays started counting up, all of a sudden now you got a guy with potential could get hurt because he plays so many plays. So that's the thing you got to watch. You definitely want to play. If that's 60 plays, 65 plays, I think that's right. I think you look at the guys who played for the Joe Bosa, the Knicks, they finished the season probably anywhere in 800 plays. But that's a different season. The offenses are different now. So there's a whole different game set right now and how we play. We want to rotate, want to stay fresh. Yeah, maybe they'll play more plays this year, but that's going to be determined once we start the season.
Is it a matter of, because I know you have to play multiple guys to get through the 14, 15 games where you want to. Is it more of a situational, evaluation? How do you think that would play?
Well, it really depends. In practice is why you determine how many guys can play full speed. That's what you do in practice, right? So we have these 4-period plays or 6-play period. You want to see how long can a guy go? Can he go 12 plays full speed? That's the determination, how many plays that guy can actually play in a game. If you can play 15 plays full speed in practice, good chance you can play 15, 20 plays in a game. So my evaluation is every day in practice to grade a videotape and see exactly, are we playing fast? That guy's going to play fast enough to play in the game. So if he can't, then I can't substitute because I'm putting a slower player back on the field. And that's the evaluation process. We're too early to say this guy's going to do this, do that. But we get closer to the game, I'll have a good idea because that's what I'm studying right now.
Larry, over the summer, when we first asked you about Taiwan, you were talking about him mostly about how he kind of enhanced the depth.
Mm-hmm.
As you look at what he's doing right now, has what you expect out of him changed for this season, the impact he could have?
I think he's going to have a great impact, but I think all those guys will. I think the thing about the inside guys, they're going to complement each other. They each have something different that I like. Everything brings something different to the table. That's what you want. Tylee is a part of that. And so he continues to grow like he's going now. And I hope they have great things for him.
Larry, how do Jack and JT complement each other as defensive ends?
It's hard to say you compare 2 guys. You say you compare one guy to the other. Our defensive scheme is based on guys doing the same thing, to be honest with you, right? So those both guys, JT has got to do the same things Jack doing and vice versa. And so what we try to do is make sure their skill set fit the defensive scheme to mid, rather than say who's got the better skill. Really just a variation of this is the same skill set both set. We don't have a different defensive end. And so it's hard to say where they are. They continue to grow into the defense, and I think that's the most important thing.
Where does the freedom come in that approach?
What's that?
Where does the freedom come for a player in that approach to then do their own thing? Or do their thing that makes them special? You understand what I'm saying?
Doing their own thing is doing with technique and within the system, right? Because you can have a guy could be a renegade. All of a sudden he takes a spin move, gets inside, the ball's outside. Now we're in trouble, right? Trying to make a play. And so what we try to do is make sure to understand that we are a unit, and then a unit have to rush together. We have to stop to run together. That's the more important thing. And so that's the thing that we're selling right now more than anything else, that we can play as a unit, because that gives us a better chance to be really successful. Really that's it.
And Caden Curry, what do you see different out of him this preseason camp, maybe compared to a year ago? And how much progress has he made? It's a general question. What do you see that's different about him?
He's heavier. He's 60-some pounds now. He's much stronger. And what you expect for Caden Curry, what you saw in high school, you're starting to see it now. I'm just looking forward to see what happens as he goes through the season.
What did it mean to you that Taiwan alone decided transfer in from Ole Miss. If you understand what I'm saying. Y'all were looking at him before.
Yeah. It's all it's all about real.
Is it welcome home? Is it I told you so? I mean, what's the message?
None of that. You know what I mean? None of that. He's a good kid, great family, we had great conversation with mom and dad. I think that was the biggest decision for mom and dad. And he felt comfortable here. I thought he did when he first came, but he was really wanting to play baseball. He really wanted to play baseball. And I think that was his decision. Now he wants to dive in and play football. And we're happy to have him. He's a great fit for us. He's a great culture fit. Our guys love him. So you want a guy like that in your room. So I'm happy he's here.
Because of that background, where he had two blue sports, and again, you talked about that this summer about you thought him focusing on one. But Donovan the other day was telling us how good his technique already is and how he can he takes advantage of your bad technique, things like that. Is he more advanced in some of those finer details than you thought?
I don't think more advanced. I think the biggest thing with him is the fact that he played baseball so much. There are some issues that you have to get fixed. And I think that he came with a great attitude to learn rather than say, I have these skill sets. Let me just do my thing. And I think that's the thing I like about Taiwan is that he's willing to learn and make himself better as a player. And we continue to do that. And that's what he's doing right now. Yeah.
Do you know Omari having this procedure being out for the year, assuming?
Yeah, I can't speak about his injury. Yeah.
But just where does this leave him for, I guess, a long-term situation?
Yeah, I hope he returns. We don't know yet, but I hope he returns before the season is out. And so that's our plan. Yeah.
Larry Jack's had a chance to settle in as the defensive end as opposed to a Jack.
Mm-hmm.
How does he look so far? Can you sense that this could be a breakout year for him?
I know what you say, breakout. I think the thing about playing a Jack, playing it in, it's two different positions. Jack is a defensive end. We thought we could make that happen, but I think he's more happy now. His hand in the ground, rushing from the end position, and Jack's done a good job of taking care of himself. He's got his body weight down, and he's really kind of trimmed, and now he's really doing some good things for us. And that's the thing. I'm excited to see how the season goes. Great place.
JT and Jack talked about working on the first step this offseason. For you, do you think that was the biggest difference between almost sacks and sacks last year?
It could be a little bit of a combination of a lot of things. You know what I mean? I think when you talk about, when you talk about sacks, you're talking about a stat. You know what I mean? I'm talking about imagine having four guys to have the skill set to rush the quarterback, and no one cares who gets the credit because now all of a sudden now you have four guys have a major impact. JT, Jack, or KJ, no matter who they are, they're not as good unless playing inside guys are pretty good inside rushing. So it's a combination of both. So we don't look at stats, but we look at the unit stats. What are we doing as a unit? Are we applying pressure? Are we getting there? And I think that's what we have to wait and see how it goes, right? To say one guy's this guy, one guy's that guy. It could all change. They could triple team JT. We'll never get a sack the whole season, right? Is he a bad player? No. It's just a scheme, right? And so you got to have that guy or that guy or that guy that can change the game. Because you can't double team everybody. So somebody's going to run free. So we're really, and to be honest, I don't mean sound like I'm not saying anything, but I just really want the concept to be, we want four guys, our unit, playing together as hard as we can, stop the run, and then have an opportunity to rush the passer, if that makes sense. That's our goal. That's our goal every year. This is our goal even more this year, is that we feel like if we can stop the run, we'll have a chance to rush the passer. And so when that opportunity avails itself, then we should be ready to go. But we can't do that until we make the team one-dimensional. All right. So he would stop the run, to throw the ball, and that's what we want to do.
What are your thoughts of Arvell Reese so far as a defensive end in this experiment?
I like him. He's smart. He's intelligent. He's got some good skill set. He's in the development stage. He's never done it before. He's in high school, just line and rush and playing linebacker. But I kind of like where he's at right now. It's all new to him. So he's going through the process right now.
Do you think he stays there long term?
I don't know. It's going to be up to him. It's going to be his decision. Coach Day has made it very clear. It's up to him what he wants to do, stay or go back. So we'll see how it goes.
Last question over here with Joey.
JT in his first step, what have you seen from that that makes it look better?
What's that now?
With JT's first step, what from your eye, what looks better about it?
Yeah, it's faster. The first step is faster. Yeah, so yeah, faster you get, but yeah, it's faster. Yeah, I think that's just one of his things that he does really well. He can take off. Yeah.
What did he do with that?
It's all about balance and flexibility. All those things go into it, right? And then understand your place on your foot, where you got to get it at. I think he's done a good job understanding that. And so hopefully you can see some great things.
Can you put a stopwatch on that? I mean,
no, you can't put a stopwatch on. Yeah.
You've seen it on video.
Yeah.
How does it show?
It's called freeze, pause, practice, and watch every step every player take to make sure he's not taking a shorter step, a wide step. It's got to be efficient in your first step. It's like anything else, right? You put a car in rear and you want to go forward, you know what's going to happen, right? So what we're trying to do in our evaluation, every play that we watch, we pause it to watch every step to make sure it's correct. And once we can fix those steps and get him to understand that he's got to cross the line spin the first step, then you start developing. So it's not something we just guess, okay, we're going to fix this step. We have to have a reason why we're fixing this step. He has to be able to see it on videotape to do that, if that makes sense.
Last question.
Excuse me?
On the jack position, how much time are y'all spending on the jack, and who takes over when the jack is in discussion?
I have no idea. I just go coach my guys, man. I have no idea.
So you're not coaching the jack.
I mean, the jack could be a linebacker now. I don't know. So who knows? Who knows? So
Thanks, Coach. Thank you very much.
you guys want the playbook?
That's all.
What's that?
Talk about it after, and we all go talk about it.
Yeah. Coach, I need you to get with Adam over there.